50 Cent is doing everything in his power to make sure that Trump don't pardon Diddy. Are we here for this? Forgive me, but I am. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Let's see. What we got? What we got? What we got?
White men like Trump need to be banished. White men like Trump need to be banished.
A word, Diddy?
Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. You know, this man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America messed up. If Trump gets elected, I really do believe.
Both of those videos are on 50 Cent's page.
White men like Trump need to be banished. White men like Trump need to be banished.
Hold on, what's the caption?
White men like Trump.
Hold on. Caption is, oh, well, can't ask him for help then, buddy. LOL. Okay. What's the caption on the other one? See, Trump don't like ish like this, buddy. You run your mouth too much. Okay. So what else is there? I'm sure there's some other stuff. I mean, I don't. Yikes. So yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of talk. A lot of people creating content, basically centered around the possibility that Trump may pardon Diddy. And you know what's crazy? Like I definitely believe it's possible. But I believe that there's a shot that it might not even be necessary. I don't know. Like I'm looking back, you know, I'm paying some attention to some of the non-freaky parts of the Diddy situation. And, you know, like, the response is really divided. Like, it seems like some days, some of the content you hear about it seems like it ain't looking good for Diddy. But then you see other content and it looks like, nah, it's not really looking good for the prosecution. And I don't really know who to believe, but that amount of reasonable doubt in the court of public opinion is interesting to me. Cause like when it was ASAP Rocky, as wrong as all of y'all were, y'all all thought it was like me and 50 Cent was like the only two people who thought ASAP Rocky was going to beat that case or had a chance to beat it. You know, niggas go with the narrative. Look, B, if you got the victim of a shooting alive pointing you out, why would they say it was somebody else? You going down every time. And I know from my own personal experience that ain't always true. Right? But the masses, you know, public opinion was like, yo, you should have took that offer they gave you because you're going down. And no, they were wrong. Y'all were wrong, but y'all were united. Y'all ain't united on this Diddy jump off, and that's interesting to me. You know, when I see, I know it's a lot. I know it's a greater lack of understanding of what's going on to begin with. Like as far as, you know, Rico usually look like this. Why we ain't got no? Where's the other people in the blah 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 blah? But you know, just because it don't look the way you think it's the way it normally look, don't mean it don't meet the criteria of, you know, Rico. Just because it don't look the way you thought it was going to look, don't mean that it doesn't fit the criteria of, racketeering or whatever. All of these other things, That's why the language be written. These laws and contracts and all that stuff be written out that way. It be written in a way that it gives it so much like lateral movement. You understand what I'm saying? It could cover mad ground. Just because you used to see it cover this ground, don't mean it don't still cover this ground. You might have never seen it cover this ground, but it do. I don't know, B. I don't know. 50 Cent warns Trump about Diddy. Let me see something. Not that. Trump said that they haven't asked for a pardon. He said he knows that they're thinking about it. How does he know that? Anyway, said that he knows they're thinking about it. At some point he spoke about how him and Diddy used to be cool, you know what I mean? But he also he speaks about how when it may have gone awry, like when son entered into politics and all that. Like I said, there are pictures of them, there are pictures floating around that are very contradictory to those statements that Diddy made about Trump on 50, that 50 Cent posted. So, Trump said he would look at it, though. He would look into it. If somebody was being mistreated, then he would consider a pardon. And 50 is like, nah, B, don't do it. This nigga said this nigga said that, this nigga said some other stuff. Trump basically said, it's not a popularity contest. If he thinks somebody was mistreated, it doesn't matter whether that person likes him or not. He will look at the facts or whatever and consider the pardon. 50, on the other hand, said he's going to reach out and let him know what he thinks about the situation. Reach out to Trump to let him know what he thinks of the situation. And it's been reported that 50 and Trump have a decent relationship. I didn't know this, but I was just now watching urban legend Will Evans, and he just now spoke of a time when Trump used to hang out with Tony Yayo on G Unit Records, G Unit Radio with DJ Who Kid and so on and so forth. And you know what I mean? Like, that's interesting. Quite interesting. I don't know what y'all think about it. Y'all jacking that? To people not in New York, that means are y'all rocking with that? Y'all with 50, just reaching out to Trump, you know what I mean, and making him aware of things, or making sure he's aware of things that he may or may not have been aware of in regards to Diddy. How y'all feel about that? I don't know. It's interesting. But welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, president of the King around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. Rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Trying to be a tax-paying citizen in the nation and leave us a super thanks or a Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who rather hear me rap than yap. You understand? Rather hear me rap than hear me yap. Yeah. Newest mixtape there is called Nonviolent Rocco. Go get involved. Mixtapes dating all the way back to Shell Shocker there. Go binge. Get them all. When you're writing on the walls here in the nation, your graffiti is appreciated. Just use your spell checks, not your autocorrects. spell checks, your autocorrects to get your comments deleted and stuff like that, because we can't have y'all misrepresenting the nation in other nations and all that. The tourists they in here, they reading and they missing. Nah, it's not good for business. So with that being said, it's ROCK. Unless you're a Crip, Crips get the small pass. Unless, you know, if you put a cuz in the comment, something to let me know you that. If y'all got any other codes, I don't know what they are, so those ain't gonna work. So I'm just cuz, whatever. I got y'all. It's monster, not monster. It's an A at the end of that, not ER. It's helter skelter, not helter skelter. It's AH at the end of those words, not ERs. You know what I'm saying? And for the love of all things decent, this is BCC, not BBC.
Pause.
And pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Rest of y'all, put I don't know, put 4 salute emojis in the comments if you made it to the end of this video. I find this real interesting though. Like, I mean, you know, 50 Cent is entertaining. Point me in the direction of anything else he's doing petty that we enjoy. I mean, let me know. Rock on, rock on.